है पर्थ के मैदान से प्रैक्टिस के दौरान शुभमन गिल managed to injure himself, which is not the best of the news, going 6 days just before the BGT clash, which is about to start. शुभमन गिल के बारे में बहुत ही बड़ी खबर आई है कि भाई वो इंजर हो चुके हैं एंड देर इज़ अ वेरी वेरी बिग पॉसिबिलिटी, मोर लाइकली है, मतलब 85% की आशंका है कि भाई ही विल बी मिसिंग द फर्स्ट टेस्ट. नाउ दैट इज़ अ ह्यूज ब्लो फॉर इंडिया. अब ये हुआ कैसे? मैच डे सिमुलेशन जैसे चल रहे थे वैसे दिन की शुरुआत हुई कि भाई इंडिया डिसाइडेड दैट दे विल हैव देयर फील्डिंग ड्रिल्स एज वेल, ऑब्वियसली क्योंकि ऑस्ट्रेलिया में आपको बाउंस का एंटिसिपेशन, पेस की स्पेस से आपको स्लिप क्वाड्रेंट में बॉल आता है, इसकी भी प्रैक्टिस करना ज़रूरी होती है. एंड स्लिप में काफ़ी कैचेज आते हैं ऑन दिस टूर, बाउंसी विकेट, पेस निक हो जाता है. तो शुभमन गिल जाते हैं प्रैक्टिस करने एंड टुवर्ड्स द एंड ऑफ द सेशन शुभमन गिल को एक फिंगर पे बॉल पड़ती है और वो बॉल पड़ने की वजह से उनको फ्रैक्चर सस्टेन हो चुकी है. अब कोई स्टेटमेंट ऑफिशियली तो नहीं आई है, बट दिस वाज ब्रोकन डाउन बाय आवर वेरी रिलायबल सोर्स रेफ स्पोर्ट्स में. रोहित जुगलान भाई ने उसको ब्रेक करा है कि भाई शुभमन गिल की इंजरी हो चुकी है एंड ही हैज सस्टेन एन इंजरी दैट विल प्रॉब्ली कीप हिम आउट फॉर 2 weeks. मतलब कि या ये बना के चलिए कि भाई आपका नंबर 3 का जो बैट्समैन था या पॉसिबल ओपनर इन शुभमन गिल था वो आउट हो चुका है फर्स्ट टेस्ट से पर्थ में. अब सवाल ये पहले थे कि भाई केएल राहुल खेलेंगे. केएल राहुल के बारे में भी डर था कि भाई फर्स्ट डे पे जो मैच सिमुलेशन में बैटिंग हो रही थी उनको एल्बो पे एक बॉल पड़ी जिसके वजह से उनको भी साइडलाइन कर दिया. तो दिस इज नॉट द बेस्ट स्टार्ट टू द टूर ऑफ द बॉर्डर गवास्कर ट्रॉफी. आई मीन you don't want to look like you're injured or you're fragile going into this tournament and it's not been the best day for India today. शुभमन गिल को लूज करना काफ़ी बड़ी हद तक लॉस है क्योंकि बैटिंग के अगर आप मैच डे 1 सिमुलेशन का रिकॉर्ड देखें तो ही वॉज द बेटर बैट्समैन ऑफ द लॉट, which includes Virat Kohli, which includes Sarfaraz, includes other batsmen were there, but शुभमन गिल ने काफ़ी अच्छी बैटिंग करी थी डे 1 पे. 28 मारा था फर्स्ट उनके जो टर्न थी और सेकंड टर्न में उन्होंने 43 मारा था. तो राइट नाउ इट डजंट लुक लाइक द बेस्ट ऑफ सीन्स फॉर शुभमन गिल एंड टीम इंडिया राइट नाउ. अब सवाल ये है कि एक नया हेडेक ये पैदा हो गया कि भाई पहले तो ओपनिंग पे हेडेक थी कि भाई केएल राहुल बैट करेंगे वहाँ या अभिमन्यु ईश्वरन बैट करेंगे. अब हेडेक ये है कि नंबर 3 पे कौन बैट करेंगे. और एक और सबसे बड़ी खबर ये कि कल रात में रोहित शर्मा का जो खुशखबरी उनके घर आई है, विल दैट मेक अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ विल इट फास्टन हिज अराइवल टू पर्थ. पर्सनली रोहित शर्मा का तो एक सेकंड बाद अपन बात कर सकते हैं क्योंकि रोहित शर्मा का देखिए बनता है अगर वो रुकते हैं एंड ही डजंट कम, यू कांट फास्ट ट्रैक हिम कि उनको जल्द से जल्द आप बुलाएं क्योंकि अगर उसमें भी पॉसिबिलिटी है कि भाई उनको जेट लैग एंड ये सब की प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. बट अलॉट ऑफ पीपल अब बोल रहे हैं कि भाई रोहित शर्मा को ला लो और केएल राहुल को नंबर 3 पे आप बैटिंग करवा सकते हो. विराट कोहली को तो प्रमोट नहीं करेंगे क्योंकि नंबर 4 की उनके जैसे एक्सपीरियंस और उनका जो तजुर्बा है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में उसको मद्देनजर रखता है. आई डोंट थिंक दैट दे विल ट्राई टू डू अ लॉट विद विराट कोहली. Now, what is the possible scenarios? अब शुभमन गिल इंजर हो गया है तो अब पॉसिबल सिनारियोज क्या है आपके पास? अब आप क्या करोगे? लाइक व्हाट विल यू डू? Will you get Washington Sundar, promoting Washington Sundar into the batting order? Will you keep a Sai Sudarshan या will you keep देवदूत पडिक्कल को आप रखेंगे वहाँ पे? देवदूत पडिक्कल ने ठीक ठाक रन्स बनाए. अब आपके पास एयर ऑप्शंस तो काफ़ी हैं थैंकफुली, बट अगेन दीज आर ऑल न्यू बीज. ऐसा कोई एस्टैब्लिश बैट्समैन नहीं है. शुभमन गिल ने एक आध दो टूर्स खेले हैं ऑस्ट्रेलिया में जिसके वजह से उनका ज़रा पल्ला भारी हो जाता है, राइट. वो एक्सपीरियंस रहता है, वो बाउंस प्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी एंड बाउंस सब एंटिसिपेट अच्छा कर रहे थे. एक भरोसा था कि हाँ भाई ये बंदा बैटिंग कर सकता है ऑस्ट्रेलिया में. जो सिमुलेशंस के बेसिस पे रिजल्ट्स निकले थे, जो इंट्रा स्क्वाड में बैटिंग बॉलिंग हो रही थी उसके बेसिस पे हमें ये लग रहा था कि शुभमन गिल शायद ही प्रॉब्ली हैव अ गुड सीरीज. बट वेरी अनफॉर्चुनेट. सबसे पहले तो लाइक इट्स वेरी सैड कि ही गॉट एन इंजर्ड एंड you don't want that to happen for anybody. Obviously he is a very big Indian cricketer and he is had a fantastic 2023. अब हेली बोल सकते पैची थोड़ा बहुत अप डाउन 2024 सो फार, बट दिस टूर कमिंग इन थोड़े बहुत कॉन्फिडेंस में भी होंगे और ऑल्सो एक फैक्टर टू प्रूव भी होता है फॉर एवरी बैट्समैन दैट इफ ही कुड मेक इट बिग इन ऑस्ट्रेलिया देन एक आपका मार्क बन जाता है, एक आपका इंडियन टीम में भी एक सिक्योरिटी मिल जाती है आपको अगर आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में परफॉर्म कर जाते. तो शुभमन गिल का इंजरी राइट नाउ फॉर हिम इजंट द बेस्ट टाइम कि वो इंजरी आए. बट अब एज इंडियन मैनेजमेंट आपको कॉल तो लेना पड़ेगा. ऑब्वियसली फ्रैक्चर्ड फिंगर है बोल रहे हैं, तो दैट इज समथिंग दैट वी आर लुकिंग टू नाउ के हाउ लॉन्ग विल दिस इंजरी कीप हिम आउट and wishing him a very speedy recovery, and it's an unfortunate incident. Now द सैड पार्ट इज, ये जितने भी मैच सिमुलेशन आपके हों इसमें एक आध इंजरी आ गई। अब किस किस को इंजरी आई अभी तक आपको बता दो मैं कि भाई केएल राहुल को एल्बो पे इंजरी आई थी फर्स्ट डे पे, सरफराज को एल्बो पे इंजरी आई थी फर्स्ट डे पे, आज शुभमन गिल को इंजरी आई फिंगर पे। तो अब ये आता है मैच सिमुलेशन आप रुका दो या आप देख समझ के मैच सिमुलेशन कराओ, बिकॉज आई नो इंजरी बोल के नहीं आती और कोई इंटेंट नहीं करते कि भाई इंजर करें, बट 3 इंजरी आप सस्टेन कर चुके हैं सरफराज, केएल और शुभमन गिल में। आगे जाके यू डोंट वांट टू इंजर अ बिगर प्लेयर लाइक एन अश्विन जडेजा और लाइक विराट और समवन। आई मीन प्रीटी श्योर नहीं होगा वो होपफुली, बट या शुभमन गिल के लिए तो काफी बुरा लग रहा है। अब सोच विचार इस पे कि भाई नंबर 3 पे बैट्समैन कौन है आपके ऑप्शन। ध्रुव जुरैल है आपके पास जो काफी अच्छा इंडिया ए के लिए प्रदर्शन दिए, ही फैंटास्टिकली बैटेड, वेल सेटल्ड, बैलेंस दिखे, बाउंस में उतना उनको खौफ नहीं दिखा, तो ध्रुव जुरैल आ सकते हैं वहाँ पे आपके। देवदूत पडिक्कल, साई सुदर्शन, दो लेफ्ट हैंडेड ऑप्शन है। वॉशिंगटन सुंदर भी है आपके पास, वॉशिंगटन सुंदर ऑल्सो कैन बी प्रमोटेड अप द ऑर्डर, ही ऑल्सो बैट्स लेफ्ट, क्योंकि गंभीर और उनकी जो यूजुअली ऑर्डर होती है लेफ्ट राइट रखने का, दे ट्राई टू डू दैट एज मच कि भाई लेफ्ट के बाद राइट, राइट के बाद लेफ्ट, बैट्समैन दे प्रेफर इट। तो उस ऑप्शन में आपके पास साई सुदर्शन है, देवदूत पडिक्कल है और वॉशिंगटन सुंदर है। या आप ऋषभ पंत को प्रमोट करते हो या नीचे किसी को रख देते हो। विल गिल इंजरी डज दिस ओपन एन अपॉर्चुनिटी फॉर गायकवाड, पडिक्कल एंड साई सुदर्शन? So today, Ibrahim bhai, the second day of match simulation, as you know, Gill got injured, but Ruturaj Gaikwad was the pick of the batsman, right? He hit 4 sixes to Ashwin, Manav Sattar, 2 to Ashwin, 1 to Manav Sattar, and 1 to Harshit Rana. So that is one thing that a lot of people are calling out, that Ruturaj Gaikwad should get a go. But should he get a go on the basis of just one match simulation? Does that give him a chance ahead of other players like Dhruv Jurel also, who was there in the same match? He batted very well. He had an 80 also in that tour. So I think Dhruv Jurel also can get an opportunity. Washington Sundar has batted well in the last couple of tests, and also he's batted in Australian conditions prior to this. He's been fantastic as well. So it does open the door, because again you need left-handed batsmen based on how Gambhir is as a coach, that you want that left-right combination. But I don't know, man, like it's very hard to predict right now. They can still even utilize Sarfaraz if they want to. Absolutely need a batsman at number 3 if they want. They can do a lot of things, but it's not the best situation right now if you look at it up close. The way things have happened over since they've landed in Australia, it's not the best. First, आपका जो practice match था, you cancel that. Second, the first day intra match squad, everybody looks shaky. Virat Kohli doesn't look in the best shape. Yeah, everyone getting out on 15. Apart from Shubman Gill and Yashasvi Jaiswal, nobody batted very very well to an extent कि हाँ wow है. Yashasvi made a 50 and Shubman made a 43. The next day, you see that your main batsman at number 3, Shubman Gill, who was one of the stars of the first day, gets injured. So this tour to begin with doesn't show us the best best signs going in. And now Rohit Sharma also has the possibility of coming in, but I don't see that happening. So yeah, you might ideally need an extra batsman given the fact that your players are getting injured and at such a pace, because on day 1 we had 2 injuries in KL Rahul and Sarfaraz Khan. On day 2 we have another injury. So who knows what happens tomorrow, and who knows what happens going ahead in the tour. So you have a tour where you have to sustain everything. You've got enough options, and you got Sarfaraz, you've got Dhruv Jurel, but I think extra cushion with a Padikkal, Gaikwad or a Sai Sudarshan would help. Personally, I think Gaikwad, if he's been that fantastic, you could keep him, but I think they'll go for a left-handed option in Sai Sudarshan because of that whole left-hand, right-hand jazz. That's a possibility. Like they would probably go for that thing. So yeah, I mean, it's not the best of times for Team India to begin a tour on such a note where you have injuries and you've got people that are not able to bat according to the conditions. Eastwaran and KL Rahul also we keep saying, but they too also in the simulation matches weren't the best. Alongside Ruturaj Gaikwad, they also didn't perform, right? So there's no guarantee of a performance. So only standout performers in this probably you could say was like Devdutt Padikkal, Dhruv Jurel. I think Sai Sudarshan also got a 44 in one of the innings, if I'm not wrong. In one of the 2 tests, he got a 44. But apart from that, none of these guys performed, and no performances are actually not a good sign for India. And I am just waiting now. Okay, what happens in a couple of days? How does the team come out of this? Sai Sudarshan, I think, also got 100, right? So him and Devdutt Padikkal managed to make some runs in Australia. But this also opens the door for Nitish Kumar Reddy also, because Nitish Kumar Reddy ke saath you have additional batting. Nitish looked a bit decent in Australia when he was batting against the A side. He did get a couple of runs towards the middle with Dhruv Churel and Ishan Kishan. He had a steady partnership, not a very big partnership, but he made a decent amount of runs there as well. So yeah, so I think Nitish Kumar Reddy को घुसा लेंगे अब squad में किसी भी तरह पे. You need a Nitish Kumar Reddy for that additional batting cushion alongside Dhruv Jurel. Maybe they will probably go with something like that. I think Gaikwad, Padikkar and Sai Sudarshan have a better chance at number 3, so should be someone who can face a new ball. Jurel could be a shout as he does bat in that position where at times he faces the second. Yeah, I mean, see, again, these guys that we mentioned, they're not all proven in these conditions. So anybody in these conditions will still be a stranger to the new ball in Australia. A new ball in India still probably will get you a little bit of nip, probably will get you a bit of a off the seam movement. But in Australia, everyone right now is a stranger, and everybody doesn't know how to face that new ball. And I think it's just a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't look like the best starts, man. मेरे को तो personally अब और डर हो रहा है. Like you would want Rohit Sharma to come in, but does that solve your number 3 problem? No. See, you could argue कि भाई शुभमन गिल उतना भी ग्रेट नहीं दिख रहा था. आप ऐसा बोल रहे कि शुभमन गिल गया तो, बट शुभमन गिल का एक्सपीरियंस है बीजीटी में. शुभमन गिल सिमुलेशन में अच्छा दिख रहे थे, तो वो हिसाब से इन लोगों को अगर आप टैली करो तो आई थिंक गिल का पल्ला भारी हो जाता है वो सिचुएशन में. Right now, Sarfaraz at CMC, nahin, I don't think so. Even they won't go for that. They don't want to risk anything. See, the problem is this is the first test and you have no idea of what's to come. One thing. Second thing is that apart being the first test, it's like before, like everybody doesn't look in that zone right now, and you have to just pick on your gut, and they'll always go with experience. I think your openers, mere hisab se, will still be KL Rahul and Yashasvi Jaiswal, and your number 3, maybe like Ibrahim Bhai saying, they'll keep a Padikkal or Sai Sudarshan just for that factor of proper batsman. Like, and I think Ibrahim Bhai, maybe I agree with you on that. Just maybe they'll be like Jurel hasn't played at number 3 and he doesn't have that experience compared to a Sai Padikkal. But in Australian conditions, I'll still say the same thing, that they're all strangers. They're all new to this format and all new to not the format but to Stark, Hazelwood and Lions mayhem. So I think they're all going to be welcome to that. And I think Australia के लिए थोड़ा बहुत it's an advantage going in that they've sustained an injury 6 days before the test. Yeah, for any side that is traveling to Australia, they would want to keep resources. And I think Ibrahim Bhai, then I probably agree with you somewhere down the line that maybe they'll keep one of the two, Padikkal or Sai Sudarshan, only because of their left hand. Right hand, unless like they do something where they think Rishabh to 3 pe chal ja. Rishabh Pant can go up the order. He can face the new ball as well. Rishabh can go 3 and probably Jurel can play in his position. So they could interchange because both of them are like wicket keepers. So I think that's not a problem. Maybe Nitish Reddy, Washington Sundar will probably add it as a batsman. Washington Sundar is also a very good batsman. I think we're neglecting that fact as well. So there's still a lot of combinations in the given squad that they can make to adjust that Shubman Gill loss. But yeah, Shubman Gill, the batting and the the experience experience भी बोल सकते, but also just that comfort that he's a proper batsman, that kind of a sense you won't get with a Washington Sundar or a Nitish Reddy right now, because they're relatively like Washington Sundar returned after 3 years, won New Zealand series and we're going bonkers, right? And that was in India. Now in Australia he's done well, he's proven himself. So I think somewhere down the line you just have to see what your best side is. Personally, I'll again say KL Rahul, Yashasvi Jaiswal will open according to me. Your number 3 will probably be like a Sai Sudarshan or a Devdutt Padikkal, because they'll probably want to keep their best options for the first test, right? It's the first test. You really don't know what's happening. Everybody is a little bit thinking. You won't want to take up too much risk that you're already having. So you got your 3 fast bowlers, Jasprit Bumrah, Siraj and Prasidh Krishna. You got your, I think now Jadeja also will be ahead. Probably this also adds Jadeja to be picked ahead of Ashwin. This could, because they need all the batting they can get to sort of, because there is inexperience coming in maybe somewhere if Jaiswal and Padikkal come. So maybe they'll want to pack it with batting, and so that so you got your 3 pacers, you got your Ashwin or Jadeja. Most probably I feel now Jadeja and your Nitish Kumar as your 4th bowling option. Then your Rishabh Pant, like Virat Kohli, Jaiswal and Gill का basically वही है कि भाई या तो Padikkal या इसको ही रखेंगे शायद, because there are a lot of talk going around right now where Shubman can go up to 2 weeks, right? So they'll definitely wait for that. Now Rohit Sharma, we don't know anything about him, but I feel that Rohit Sharma will not make it to the first test. There's no way, like I'm not saying no way, there's always a way, but according to me, if I'm looking at it, him coming on Monday or Tuesday, getting used to the conditions, and you know, there's no magic wand in the world that will change the body clock like that. I know you can sort of neglect that jet lag kind of a thing if you're psychologically very strong, but I still feel like it's very hard. Bounce समझना, you know, ऑलरेडी ऐसे इंजरीज हो रहे, रोहित शर्मा ऐसे कंडीशन में घुस जा रहा मुंबई से सीधा आके, और अगर उसको इंजरी हो गई तो और बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगा. सो आई थिंक इट विल बी अ लॉट ऑफ मिसमैनेजमेंट इफ दे डू समथिंग लाइक दैट. पीपल विल पाउंड लेटर के बोलेंगे भाई उनको कैसा आप घुसा दिए एकदम से, दो कैप्टन एंड स्टफ, बट भाई इंसान ही एट द एंड ऑफ द डे. सो ही विल वेट. आई थिंक ही विल नॉट हरी हिमसेल्फ बिकॉज इन द hurrying himself probably would lead to an injury, and I wouldn't want that. I think Jaddu plays the short ball better than Ashwin. Yeah. शॉर्ट बॉल के बारे में बात करें तो टुडे इन द सिमुलेशन ऋतुराज गायकवाड स्मैश्ड शॉर्ट बॉल्स फॉर सिक्सेस एज वेल for Harshit Rana's bowling. Harshit Rana also looked very good bowler in the bowling department. Harshit Rana was the pick of the bowlers. Yesterday it was Mukesh Kumar, today was Harshit Rana. Pick of the batsman was Ruturaj Gaikwad. He batted for about 1.5 hours. 1.5 घंटे के हद तक बैट करा उन्हें, तो वो एक पॉजिटिव जा रहा है ऋतुराज के फेवर में. बट ऋतुराज इन दैट एज सीरीज डिडंट डू एनीथिंग comparing him to a Sai Sudarshan or a Devdutt Patikal or a Nitish Reddy. Like Nitish is in the squad, but yeah, I think in that aspect, these guys might just edge him out. And today he looked comfortable, but we don't know आगे जाके क्या situation बनता है. मोहम्मद शमी के बारे में भी चर्चा काफ़ी हुई है. आज बंगाल बीट मध्य प्रदेश, आई थिंक they beat Madhya Pradesh today by 13 or 11 runs, something like that. And Mohammad Shami bowled 43 overs. सवाल अब ये बन रहा है लोगों के दिमागों में कि भाई मोहम्मद शमी को भी वो फ्लाइट में भिजाना क्या रोहित शर्मा के साथ. You've got Mohammad Siraj, you've got Jasprit Bumrah, you've got Prasidh Krishna, you've got Nitish Reddy, you've got Khalil, you've got Mukesh in the travelling reserves and stuff. Now, do you really need a Mohammad Shami? I mean, yes, he's a fantastic bowler. He looks fit. You know, बोलते कि भाई he bowled 43 overs. अब और कौन सा फिटनेस टेस्ट प्रूफ करना है, बट एक साल के बाद खेल रहा है. बॉडी हो गई होगी अडेप्ट. इनिशियली वो एड्रेनलिन में आपकी अडेप्ट होती है, बट पोस्ट द मैच यू हैव टू सी कि भाई हाउ हिज बॉडी रिएक्ट्स. थोड़ा आप सब्र करना पड़ेगा. आई एम सेइंग एक साल के बाद एकदम से आप घुसा दोगे उसको. मे बी आप ये सोच के घुसा रहे हो कि भाई सिराज और बुमराह को थोड़ा रिलैक्स हो जाएगा अगर शमी आ गया तो. यू नो देयर विल ऑलवेज बी दैट प्रेशर फ्रॉम आवर फास्ट बॉलर. जैसे इफ अ स्टार्क गोज, a Cummins is there. If a Cummins goes, then you've got a Hazelwood over there. If a Hazelwood goes, then a Stark comes back. So I think in that dimension, if you're looking at it, कि भाई अगर बुमराह गया तो सिराज आएगा तो शमी आएगा, it feels good जब आप सुनते हो ये चीज़. But मेरे हिसाब से just the body after 1 year एकदम से putting him in this store, in the biggest store of the year, yeah, I mean it's a bit of a toll on him as well. But I think if he says he's ready, if he says कि भाई मेरा पाँव में कुछ भी नहीं है, and you would risk it and probably just bring him on the flight and see what happens. I mean, you can take a call in Australia, but probably just at least send him to Perth, see how he's bowling over there. If there is any kind of a knee swelling, a knee injury, then you could just keep him over there. I mean, उनको क्या ही खर्चे का परेशानी है, एक ही बंदा ज़्यादा आ रहा है उसमें, so उतना ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ना तो नहीं चाहिए. But yeah, Shubman Gill injury really has brought out a lot of other problems that we weren't aware of, or we were aware of, but probably more lingering on the openers and more lingering on who's going to play the spin options. But yeah, you could probably take Shami, but I still say Prasidh Krishna, height advantage, bounce advantage. You should keep Prasidh Krishna as the third pacer there. But just Shubman's injury has led to such a problem in the batting balance that now people have to fit in Nitish Reddy, we have to fit in Jadeja over an Ashwin, so that you know, we get one. There's also possibility you might play two spinners because Washington and Jadeja can bat better than most of the clan in the fast bowling department. So you don't know. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of calculations done before the final 11 is set. The first match is in 6 days, and losing out your top order batsman and Shubman Gill is really hurtful. KL Rahul also needs to keep himself in check now. You can't afford an injury because if realistically जो हमें दिख रहा है कि भाई रोहित शर्मा नहीं आने वाला है, so you can't afford an injury. And KL Rahul already he's hit his elbow. Sarfaraz also, MC, you mentioned he hit his elbow in training. So these both have already sustained injuries during the match simulation. So you have to just keep now everybody in peak condition, whatever it is. अब मैच में घुसना है, because अगर रोहित नहीं आ रहा और कोई इंजर हो गया टॉप ऑर्डर में से, फिर वो ब्लो तो बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, बिकॉज फिर आपका ईश्वर नहीं बचेगा आपके पास, and you will have to protect everybody at every cost. And अभी तो शुभमन गिल 2 हफ्तों के लिए आउट है, बोल रहे फ्रैक्चर्ड थंब है. एंड जैसा हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं कि भाई उनकी काफ़ी कमी महसूस होंगी, बट या इट्स समथिंग दैट यू कुडंट सी फील्डिंग ड्रिल्स में, बिकॉज ऑस्ट्रेलिया में कंडीशन ये बाउंसी विकेट होता है, पेस से बॉल आता है, निक होएगा तो आपको वो ड्रिल्स तो करना पड़ेगा, आपको कैच ड्रॉप तो होना नहीं है मैच में, एंड इट जस्ट वेंट ऑन एंड फ्रैक्चर्ड हिम जस्ट बिफोर। एंड इंटरेस्टिंग बात कर रहे थे कोई कि भाई just don't think about IPL or anything. Like I know Shubman Gill doesn't, but ये टेस्ट मैच में से individually Shubman Gill का भी काफ़ी अच्छा नाम हो जाता था। I'm not talking domestically in IPL, but I'm talking about in the international scene. काफ़ी लोग उनको criticize करते जा रहे हैं, so it was a good opportunity कि भाई उन्होंने अपना he could showcase his talent in Australia and managed to get a few runs, but unfortunately he's missing out. But yeah, then other news, West Bola में Shami 43 overs डाले, he looks good and back ripping and roaring to go. If he's fit, if he'll deep fit, then go ahead and bring him to Australia and then assess him over there. Rohit Sharma, I don't think personally आएंगे. Maybe Shami could be added, maybe not. मोस्टली मेरे को लग रहा है नहीं आएंगे, नहीं ऐड होंगे ये बीजीटी के स्क्वाड में। जो स्क्वाड अभी है वही चलाएंगे। द ओनली एडिशंस दैट कुड पॉसिबली हैपन इज देवदूत पडिक्कल एंड साई सुदर्शन। अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट आई डोंट फील के एनीवन इज विल कम। दूसरे एंड पे अगर आप देखो, पाकिस्तान लूजिंग द T20 सीरीज आफ्टर विनिंग द ओडीआई सीरीज 22 ईयर्स के बाद, दे वन ओडीआई सीरीज अंडर रिजवान कैप्टनसी। दे लुक के हाँ भाई पॉजिटिव क्रिकेट खेल रहे, बट T20 सीरीज में बहुत ही बेकार परफॉर्मेंस आया, छिन्या कर दिया ऑस्ट्रेलिया को, कुप्पा मार दिए। I think Josh Inglis captained very well over there, but they have two bowlers that took apart Pakistan today, Xavier Bartlett and जॉन स्पेंसर जॉनसन ऑफ गुजरात टाइटंस। आई थिंक ये दोनों लोगों ने बहुत ज़बरदस्त बॉलिंग करी, राइट एरियाज में डाला। एडम जैम्पा बॉल्ड फैंटास्टिक, आई थिंक जस्ट बिफोर द आईपीएल ऑक्शन, अगर आप ऐसा 4-4-19 का स्पेल डाल रहे हैं एंड इन द राइट एरियाज, ही पिच्ड इट ऑल इन द राइट एरियाज, मैनेज टू गेट विकेट्स एट स्पीड, एंड yeah, it just looks like the Australians were roaring to go for this T20 series. So Pakistan again, very poor cricketing shots, no plan, no game plan. 146 was a doable target here. Yes, it's a very big ground. Maybe this was the perfect kind of innings where Babar and Rizwan could play a template, but they didn't play it. They went to go hit. Babar also getting out early on the second ball. Rizwan consumed a lot of deliveries, 26 deliveries कुछ consume करा. That's where I think they lost the match. I think Usman Khan played a very good hand. Irfan played a very good hand as well against Australia today. But yeah, the bowlers just came apart. Spencer picking up 5 wickets. Xavier Bartlett being extremely economical along with Adam Zampa. I think they fielded very well. They took their catches. Another area where Pakistan has been suffering is the fielding. Haris Rauf, pick of the bowler of the series, Haris Rauf for sure. Man, kya economical bowling kara. This new slower ball that he'll develop, this kind of and speaking of deception, I think even Abbas Afridi had a very good slower one on him. You can't really make it out कि भाई उन्हें slower one डाल रहा है नहीं डाल रहा। Batsman के लिए थोड़ा मुश्किल है to adjust his whether if he's going for a power shot, it's very hard to control that. एकदम से बॉल स्लो आ गया, so it's a very good deceiving ball, and Irfan Khan used it. Irfan Khan बोल रहा हूँ, Abbas Afridi used it to very good use today and picked up 3 wickets. Haris Rauf again unfortunate. I think today also could have been a 5-wicket haul for him, but Pakistan's fielding hasn't been in the greatest shape. Babar dropped a catch. I think Salman Agha dropped a catch in the slips, and I think one more catch that I'm missing. A couple of here and there that they missed. Fielding in the covers in the mid-wicket region, I think giving away boundaries. It wasn't a very good day fielding wise, and we've always called this upon Pakistan, right? That they need better fielders, they need their catchers to take catches, they need to protect more runs. I think easily एक 15 run extra उनके वजह से हो गए. So that wasn't the greatest scene. Sufyan Mukhin again, like we spoke about him in the Emerging Cup, he was fantastic today. Got the ball in the right areas, picked up 2 wickets, was one of the more economical bowlers alongside Haris Rauf and Abbas Afridi. But the more experienced Shaheen Afridi and Naseem Shah बेकार डाले आज बहुत. फिर again they gave Australia a blistering start. Jake Fraser McGurk went after Shaheen, pitching it short, hip length, and he was just putting it away for sixes. I think Shaheen and Naseem really need to focus on their rhythm. They're lacking that luster, they're lacking that star जो थे एक ज़माने में. एटलीस्ट शाहीन, नसीम तो चलो ठीक है, इंजरी बैक टू बैक हुआ उसको, बट शाहीन इज लूजिंग हिज रिदम, लूजिंग हिज सेल्फ, एंड ही नीड्स टू फाइंड हिज द एरियाज, द करेक्ट एरियाज. आई थिंक द लास्ट ओवर, द सेकंड लास्ट ओवर ही बोल्ड फिर भी डिसेंटली डाला. उसके अलावा तो ही वाज वेरी ऑफ कलर एज ऑलवेज थ्रू द सीरीज. हारिस रॉफ, पिक ऑफ द बॉलर, फाउंड हिज इंस्पिरेशन. आई थिंक a very good way to prove कि भाई 2022 में yes he did get smashed, but a comeback the way he's come back to these areas in Australia, you know, not letting him get affected, and coming up with newer deliveries, coming up with better judgment of line and length. I think Haris Rauf was definitely very good to see along with Abbas, I think. But yeah, I mean, they lost 2-0. A good innings by Aaron Hardy towards the end. I think he's also turning out to be a decent all-rounding option for Australia. Irfan Khan was good, but consumed again a lot of deliveries along with Rizwan. That partnership was a little slow. Rizwan was struggling to get the ball to the, you know, get to the line of the ball and hit. So yeah, it's just been very bad for Pakistan in the T20. But yeah, they did manage to win the ODI. अब देखना, will they bring back Fakhar Zaman? I think they need someone like a Fakhar Zaman, and Mustafa has been calling this out that Saim Ayub को नहीं लिए, you know, that was a very bad call. Saim Ayub is a T20 asset. Rizwan Babar, I think, could have played today exactly like Rizwan Babar, and no one would have cared because it was 146 that they had to get. Even if they played slowly, आराम से, required rate बहुत कम था, इतनी मुश्किल नहीं थी. बट आई थिंक इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ गेम प्लान सेट करना, सही सेट करना, सिचुएशन सही पढ़ना, एंड उसके हिसाब से एग्जीक्यूट करना. ये चीज़ नहीं हो रही है पाकिस्तान के साथ राइट नाउ, एंड it's not the best of times in the T20 department, but otherwise it's been good. And Spencer picking up 5 wickets, and Zampa bowling fantastically well. 3 players suffered injuries at Perth Stadium during an inter-squad game. Just think of what will happen at Perth when they play again. See, आप real game में injure हो, okay. But see, again, there's two things. I mean, you injury बोल के नहीं आएंगी कार्तिक भाई, आप कहीं भी इंजर हो सकते, right? Like, so that is something that's not in your hand at any point of time. You could probably walking outside right now, खुदा ना खास्ता, God forbid, and you get injured. You could just twist your leg, or you could just चलते चलते पाँव मुड़ जाता है, you know, sometimes. So those things aren't in your control, and I'm pretty sure nobody was hoping for that. But I understand what you're saying in terms of the conditions and the spicy bounce जब होगा, what's gonna happen. We've got a decent squad depth, we've got traveling reserves, so we have to keep our belief there. That we've got enough arsenal or enough people in our contingent. But yes, it is definitely a horrific sign that 3 injuries in the past 2 days. That also to all key batsmen. That's KL, Sarfaraz, and Shubman. Not looking as the best starts. To go into a Perth test, we look like an underdog completely. Though we've won the last 2 seasons, we look like an underdog head to head at least. Like, you know, you've got Travis Cummins, Travis Burrow, Stark Cummins and Hazelwood along with Lyon. Here you've just got, yeah, Siraj looks out of shape. You've got a Bumrah that is okay. Chalo, Bumrah is one guy who can step up to them. And then you've got a Prasidh Krishna who's done decently well. So in terms of head-to-head in bowling, we're not the best. In terms of batting, now we lose Shubman Gill. We've lost a little bit of more star power. So I get what you're saying completely, that yeah, that injuries have cost us, but the injuries will happen at any time, so we really can't do anything. Naseem and Shaheen combined 8 overs for 83. Yeah, they've been horrendous, man, today. Like, this is for today, the first day at the 7 over ke game mein, they managed to give 33 and 2 overs, both of them. Like, he gave 16 and he gave 17 or something like that, I think. So Shaheen and Naseem really not finding the rhythm, not finding line, just pace, सोच रहे सोच रहे कि भाई हम ये आप ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है भाई, पेस से बीटने वाला, लाइक खाते पेस को डिनर के लिए, तो उन लोगों को फर्क नहीं पड़ता ये कंडीशन उनके. आप होशियारी से डालो. हारिस अच्छा वेरिएट कर रहा था, वो तो 150 डाल सकता भाई. अब्बास अफरीदी बैक ऑफ द हैंड बेहतरीन उसका डिसेप्शन है. जो वैसे डिलीवरीज के साथ यू कम अप मैन, डोंट बोल इट फ्लैट एंड द लेंथ इज शॉर्ट, गिविंग इट इधर देर लिटरली. आप बैट्समैन ने खाली फिरारा भाई, उन्हें खुशी खुशी से मारता उन्हें. तो and so Jake Fraser McGurk I'm talking about, not even like anyone else. So yeah, it's been very pathetic bowling from both the duo. Is Bar becoming a one format player? I do not see his relevance in Test or T20. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are calling him off of T20. Or Test mein to bhi, based on how he plays in ODI, you could still say hi, he can maybe get Test, he can spark his Test career back. T20 mein he needs to play more aggressive and he needs to play more smart cricket. I think, yeah, he's just looking out of color. I don't know how he's still number one in the ODI department, but he is the number one in the ODI department. And ये वही बात हो गई कि भाई he needs to find rhythm. He needs to start being dropped from one and start focusing on one format. Maybe there's a lot of cricket that he's not able to probably to take at a time. Yeah, there's always a lot of limelight on him, but despite this series, him not being the main hero, also he wasn't able to perform. I mean, there were better players in a Haris Rauf, in a, like, let's say, Saim Ayub played decently when in the ODIs. You had Shaheen bowled alright in the ठीक डाला in the ODIs. ODIs में तो काफी लोग took the responsibility. But yeah, T20 mein again he had 2 matches back to back where he failed. There's another T20I, but again there's nothing to play for. It matters, I think this is where you have to call out Rizwan Babar again. They didn't manage to. And today they could have played their innings, like they should have just played it slow, temple it, killed the game probably like that. Babar, Naseem and Shaheen have last ODI against Australia, and then they have a break. Rizwan will go to Zimbabwe for ODI series, and after that they will return with captaining Salman captaining for Zimbabwe T20 series. Why would they do that? Like, why is Salman Aga captaining? I mean, I think he was a decent captain. Rizwan, maybe Rizwan को T20 से drop करना चाह रहा है. I don't know. That's probably what a return with Aga Salman captaining for Zimbabwe. Maybe they wanted to try a different format captain for everything. I mean, as long as they're trying things and trying to change it, go for it. I mean, yeah, Rizwan, if you could look at his performance in the T20, it doesn't look the most comfortable batting wise, but not even captaincy wise. I don't know how good Salman Aga is. He dropped a catch in the slip. So let's see what happens there. But yeah, Babar has not been picked for the Zimbabwe series, that means. So yeah, Naseem and Shaheen, these guys need a break. They need to get their head right. They need to understand that they're not going to get a lot of chances now. I think based the way that the selection committee is handling the selection of the 11, and Babar Babar, Shaheen, and Naseem have to up their game before they enter. Akhir Javed is the one who's taking the calls, and I don't think he is going to play favorites. And it looks like that after that England test when he was dropped, and it looks like that now that he's dropped in the Zimbabwe series as well. So let's wait around and see what happens there. But yeah, Babar right now not in the best headspace as a batsman, and he needs to find inspiration from he needs to find a century from somewhere, he needs to find runs from somewhere. Play domestic cricket, it's all right. You need to probably go to the Qaeda-Azam and look over there. They had a great game plan for Babar, forcing him to play leg side with large side boundaries. He would have difficulty in any stadium with the large side. But yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't know if he has a lot of power in him, but mid wicket region में ही out हुआ उन्हें. कल भी deep में out हुआ था. So you're right. That's a very good analysis, Hardik bhai. I think they're forcing him to play that, but he probably needs to develop some kind of shot which evades him to complete or just go to the gym, man, power it out. Team management and Shaheen and Naseem in the 7-over game gave 62 runs combined. Naseem went for 37. That's exactly what I was talking. First over 17 and the next over also Naseem gave like 20 and Shaheen 16 and 9. So yeah, there was poor performances from both of them. Team management and Asad Shafiq wanted to request Aqib to allow them to keep Saim Ayub in Australia. Man, they should have really kept Saim. Man, Saim is an explosive batsman, a very good guy. I've been watching him from PSL. Incredible talent here. Yes, maybe they probably also want to protect, but T20 is his format, and you need to keep him in the format that he's started off with. So it doesn't make sense that they dropped him. In T20s, his intent will always be questioned. As a young player, shows incredible intent. Babar's batting style will not support such a style of play, and he also bears the burden of being a super. I mean, that's the thing, right? Like there'll always be the price to pay. And Babar probably has to see. This is something that I was talking to Mustafa about yesterday. Maybe in T20 cricket, as a cricketer individually, everybody now needs to understand that you don't need to really care about records in T20 cricket. Records अगर आने के आ जाएंगे, but your intent has to be probably मार के खेलना, right? Like you see India right now, even at 80 and 70, Sanju Samson didn't care about his 100, neither did Tilak Verma. अगर आ गया तो आ गया. So I think that was the beauty thing that I saw. Like you see in England, का थोड़ा क्या है, wayward है, they just go to hit. But India, they were going to hit, but they didn't think about individual accolades. They were looking at a bigger score and looking to pump more runs in. How will they keep hitting sixes and stuff? In Pakistan, I think they need to harbor that feeling that let's just try hitting and finding the gaps. Let's try converting ones to twos. Let's not look at individual accolades. Let's not just play a slow game. Let's try. So I think that's what they need to start instilling and going in as a team. Ideally, in every format, you need to do that. But in T20 specifically, you don't need to look at centuries, half centuries. You need to hit quick fire 25s, quick fire 30s. I remember in the beginning, IPL में 25s बताते थे. They used to show if someone scored a 25, they used to show it in the stats, if I'm not mistaken, or it was some other tour, maybe the BBR or something. But that's what it is. You need quick 25s, quick 30s. That even if 4, 5, 3, 4 people hit like 30s, 40s, quick fire 20s, you'll still have a 120, 125 on the board, right? And then that's what it is. So you need to look at a game plan. And today, though, you could have played a Babar and Rizwan special. Like you could have slowed it down. But yeah, I mean, like you said, they had a plan for Babar and they executed it well. So congratulations to Australia. They bounced back in the T20s after initially being called out. And again, without their experienced bunch, man, they didn't have any of the experienced bowlers, big players. And this is probably the future of Australia that has started, right? Like Fraser McGurk, Josh English, captain, Glenn Maxwell and stuff like that. So you just gotta Stoinis and stuff. So you just gotta wait and see. There's gonna be a day where Stark, Cummins and Hazelwood नहीं होंगे, so they've started without them. अब देखना पड़ेगा आगे क्या होता है. Allow them to keep Saim for T20 series, but Babar and Rizwan said he is not needed. I oh damn, that's then Rizwan should have like the bad call from Rizwan then for sure. Salman Agha is the white ball vice captain. I think they're giving Rizwan a small break before SA all format tour. That's why he's not playing in the Zimbabwe T20. I mean fair, but also maybe if now if Salman performs, then I don't know what they'll make of that. But yeah, I think अच्छा है रिजवान को भी ब्रेक चाहिए. He's been playing back to back cricket from the England series as well. उससे पहले भी I think he played against Bangladesh. So yeah, it's been a long while, so maybe he does need a break as well. But yeah, they really need to clear out their T20 game for sure. I mean, they're known for T20, right? And it's not the best way. अगर आप देखो जिस तरीके से वो खेले, कोई गेम प्लान ही नहीं था यार. 7 ओवर में भी आके आप सिर्फ फिरा रहे, आज के ओवर में भी आके आप इतने विकेट्स लूज कर गए इनिशियली अप फ्रंट. एंड या उस्मान एंड रिजवान वर प्लेइंग गुड, बट रिजवान रियली स्लोड डाउन द टेम्पो एंड उस्मान वाज ट्राइंग टू पिक इट अप ऑन अदर एंड. इरफान खान के साथ कोई रहा नहीं, सब रन आउट होते गए. या शाहिद जस्ट वेंट एंड बैक्ड इट. इट वाज स्टिल डूएबल, बट या it doesn't look like the best situation right now for Pakistan, but they'll bounce back at some point, and they've got Zimbabwe and they've got T20s as well, so they need to look and refocus. Obviously, there's Champions Trophy drama also that's been going on, so that will also be happening very very soon. Again, within the next couple of weeks, we'll come to know okay, by where the Champions Trophy will happen, what will happen, and how will it happen. So देखते हैं कि आगे क्या होने वाला है. ऑक्शन आईपीएल का भी है, अब शमी भी आ गया वापस, तो आई एम श्योर देयर इज एन आरटीएम समवेयर विद गुजरात टाइटंस. They could probably utilize that, or maybe another franchise picks up Mohammad Shami for a much more amount because he's bowled 43 overs, he's fit. So Shami का जो question था, I think इसलिए गुजरात टाइटंस रिटेन नहीं करेगा. अगर injured है then there's no point of RTM retaining him. Just wait for the doctor's order, and अब doctor's order आ गया, बंदा खेल रहा है, तो शमी की भी प्राइस शायद अब थोड़ी अच्छी और हो जाएगी. Gillespie is an overrated coach. He's very similar to Gambhir. I mean, overrated कहाँ से भाई, उसको तो hardly rate भी करे अभी कोई, frankly, because he only doesn't know if he's the coach or not, man. Like, I don't, he's only the one who's coming out in the press conference saying, I don't know if I'm the coach. I'm just a pre-match analyst, and a pre-match game scheduler and a training scheduler. So he's himself not accepting that he's the coach, right? They asked him to be the white ball coach, and he refused, I think, because he couldn't spend a lot of time away from Australia, he said. So I think abhi tak he feels, I'm not sure if he's signed the papers and stuff, but yeah, Gary Kirsten was a very good coach, but unfortunately they couldn't sustain him, and he went off after 6 months. तो थोड़ा आप वही सोचना पड़ेगा भाई, समथिंग दैट वाज हैपनिंग दैट वाज रॉन्ग. अब सिलेक्शन कमेटी अलग है, सेलेक्टर्स अलग है, कोच बोल रहा कोच नहीं है, तो अभी तक तो कोई रेट भी नहीं कर सकता ना गिलेस्पी को, बिकॉज गिलेस्पी का सीन अभी अलग ही है. तो वी आई डोंट थिंक एनीवन रेटेड हिम हाई, ऐसा कुछ ओवर तो नहीं करे कोई. Do you see Babar Naseem and Shaheen being told by PCB? They should. I mean, they should individually. They shouldn't be told. They should understand within themselves that listen, boss, you have to go and better your skills. Like no matter who you are now, because there are other bowlers that have played incredible cricket in the past few weeks. Like in the Test, you got the spinners. In the emerging cup, you had a couple of good fast bowlers. You had a good spinner in Sufyan Mukhim. You had a good upper order batsman. So they're much more talented players right now that are upcoming in Pakistan. Better fielders also forgot, like Sufyan Mukhim is a good fielder. This guy picked up a catch today. Irfan is a very good, Irfan Ahmad or Irfan, what's his name, man? Irfan something here, uska naam going on it. Irfan Khan. Irfan Khan also a very good fielder. So they've got enough talent coming up, and they've got to understand that bhai, agar we want to keep our seats, then you have to make sure that you're up to scale, and you have to make sure that you're up to the skill level of these guys that are upcoming, and you can run the hard yards, you can be on point. Barber also today, man, the catch that he dropped, it was uncalled for. He's not making a very good case for him as well. So I think it's good. At least it shows that you have interest in playing Qaeda-e-Azam, trying to prove a point, right? So it's good for their own PR, and it's good for them that they're trying to domestically do well. Shakil Mushtaq is a front runner to becoming head coach for Pakistan from Asset Tour onwards. Good call. I mean, Shakil Mushtaq is a legend of Pakistan. He's one of the best off spinners of all time. and he knows the system in and out, I'm pretty sure. So if he does, then it'll be good for them. दोनों का game plan नहीं दिखता when India got all out on 46 and chasing 140 something in the third test, and Gillespie didn't had any plans for ODI and T20. Individual promotion helped them win ODIs. Yeah, I think 100% individual inspiration always. That's the thing, right? Like you have to make sure that see in India also we were heavily dependent on Ashwin and Jadeja. हम लोग ये batting समझते कि we were playing spinners batting, and India could make 160, 150, right? So we were basically looking on individual instinct, but in India in this T20 format, at least what I've seen yesterday, that yo they're all monsters, man. Crazy. Abhishek Sharma जो platform foundation set करा, Sanju capitalizing, Tilak capitalizing, Surya चलो form नहीं, but they're still more balanced in the squad. Like so, I think that's where our bubble bursted in the Test series. We thought we had fantastic batsmen low spin, but that's not the case. Like we were heavily dependent on Ashwin and Jadeja, and New Zealand just came out and played a absolute mad game, and they proved. And I think you're right, they didn't have any plans in the ODI and T20s like Gillespie. Individual performances probably, but you could see in the ODIs one thing you could see. I don't know how much you saw the game, but they were more playing with a more passionate instinct. They were more determined to win. They were more determined to prove. Same thing in Pakistan in the Test series as well. Like Oman and Sajid did do it, but you could see the Shah Masood trying, Abdullah Shafiq trying. You could see it, they were more collective as a unit, right? So I think that is something I saw in the ODIs as well. They looked more positive approach and stuff. So I think that's something that you could credit. I don't know Gillespie, or you could credit Rizwan, or you could credit. I don't know who you have to credit. That's the problem in this team. You don't know who you have to credit. Champions Trophy finals are expected on 22nd November. Oh, it's gonna be happening before Jay Shah takes the decision or the seat. Sorry. So that'll be interesting. I mean, if that is accurate, or else they probably wait till Jay Shah comes and then Jay Shah will probably give new orders. We're not very sure, but we'll have to wait upon that to see how it goes. And right now, see now what the latest update जो मेरे को पता है कि भाई लाहौर, कराची और रावलपिंडी, these three venues are sealed for the Champions Trophy Tour 2025. So that tour is still happening. The Trophy Tour is still happening in these three cities: Karachi, Lahore, and Rawalpindi. The Pakistani occupied Kashmir thing has been, disagreed upon and has been removed because obviously BCCI raised concerns, and that is what is now the latest update. There are three venues: Lahore, Karachi, and Rawalpindi are the places for the Champions Trophy ट्रॉफी टूर इन पाकिस्तान होने वाला है. I need to make Gambhir, I need him to make plans so we do not do more batting lapses. There's going to be an interesting thing I was watching today on Ref Sports, that Mr. Boria Majumdar, the editor and stuff, he took an interview of Saurav Ganguly, Karthik Bhatt. I think they're going to put it tomorrow. You could check that out. He spoke about something on these bases on Gambhir needs to figure out certain plans for India. So you stay tuned for that interview. I mean, I know it's a different channel, but they do good stuff, so you can check out their interview. I think they're gonna put it tomorrow. It's a 30-minute interview or something, but you can check that out. Their broadcaster pushing for decision to happen as early as possible. Yeah, but in any situation, I think whatever but Jay Shah is the main guy at the end of the day who's going to make the decision, is what I feel, Ibrahim bhai, because it's like you're replacing Dumbledore at Hogwarts, and then you're like making a decision before the new principal is coming. You know what I mean? So I don't see that happening. I still see that they're going to wait till Jay Shah takes the oath or whatever you want to see, the seat of the chairman of the ICC, and then it gets more fun, right? That's where it'll get more interesting, and the broadcaster will also be more interested, I think, then. But let's see क्या हो रहा है. ये क्या हो गया, ये क्या हो रहा है भाई. एवरीडे इंजरी की अपडेट आ रही है कि कहीं तो 22 नवंबर तक आते आते आधी टीम इंजर्ड नहीं हो जाए. अरे नहीं भाई, अच्छी दुआ रखो, अच्छी उम्मीद रखो, नहीं ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं होगा होपफुली. आई नो फर्स्ट 2 डेज में के एल राहुल, सरफराज और शुभमन के साथ इंजरी हो चुकी है. शुभमन के साथ तो मैच बाहर हो गया वो मैच के. वेरी सैड टू सी कि भाई वो ऐसा टाइम पे इंजर हो गया है. बट देखिए कंडीशंस ऐसे हैं, हमें समझना होगा कि भाई दिस इज गोना बी एक्सपेक्ट. और इंजरी कोई बोल के थोड़ी आती साहब, कहीं ना कहीं से बीमारी बोल के नहीं आती, इंजरी कहाँ से बोल के आएंगी. तो मेरे हिसाब से तो या इट्स जस्ट अनफॉर्चुनेट, अपने को ऐसा गुजारा करना पड़ा. अब सिमुलेशन, आई थिंक इब्राहिम भाई, व्हेन इज द लास्ट डे ऑफ सिमुलेशन? टुडे और टुमारो? आई एम नॉट श्योर ऑन दैट. देन यू गॉट लाइक 5-6 days to just rest and soak it all in, and देखते हैं क्या होने वाला है everything. So yeah, if conditions are difficult, I expect India to score at least 150 in that inning. Let's just see who wins the toss, man. I'm not even going that far. First, like Shane bhai हमारे को बोले right now, man. We don't even know who the hell is going to be in the 11. We don't even know what we're going with in the first test. So let's just hold on each day as it comes. Let's see if the injuries happen. If it don't happen, hopefully it doesn't happen. But we just have to wait कि भाई खेल कौन रहा है 11 में भाई पहले वो तो बता दो. Like we have to literally wait till Thursday night to see what the team is, right? Even a small country, yeah, 100%. And that's where you have to have proper batsmen, right? Like probably Washington Sundar can be considered as a decent, better batsman. Nitish can bat us a bit. Over Ashwin, that's why you will go for a Jadeja, right? Because these small contributions or these things will give you more confidence when you have that batting. Psychologically, that batting है हमारे पास, right? Like Jadeja will give you that confidence. Washington will give you that confidence. I don't know how much of a confidence Ashwin will give. He has survived in Australia as well, don't get me wrong. But that's where Jurel also is coming into the argument. That's why Sai Sudarshan and Devdutt Padikkal are also coming under the argument, right? कि हाँ भाई आप बैटिंग कर सकते हैं, हम देखें, तो वो एक सिचुएशन है. Jeshal already involved as he is the financial marketing advising, so he is the one communicating with the broadcaster. Yeah, that's also something I forgot. सरफराज फाइन आज बैटिंग भी करा है. इवन आज प्रैक्टिस में ऋतुराजन सरफराज ने ही सबसे अच्छी बैटिंग करी. तो शेर भाई क्या बोल रहे हैं आप फिर? अब 11 क्या है अपनी नंबर 3 पे कौन बैटिंग करेगा आपके लिए? सरफराज बैटिंग करेगा आपके लिए, ध्रुव जुरेल आएगा आपके लिए, केएल राहुल आएगा और ईश्वरन ओपन करेगा आपके लिए. कौन क्या सीन लग रहा है आपको? ऋतुराज तो हिट 4 6 एज वेल. निकोलस स्ट्राइसियोटा, वालेकुम सलाम, गुड टू सी यू ब्रदर. 3 days practice. Oh, 3 days more of practice. So yeah, we have to wait for every day that comes. And yeah, let's just see, man. I mean, आज Sunday, Monday, Tuesday तक अगर practice है तो Tuesday तक we don't know what 11 is. Hopefully everybody is fit and fine, no injury, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a little bit more precaution going around. As originally warm up was 3-day game. अच्छा ठीक है, let's just wait till then and see what happens. But yeah, it's just sad that Shubman Gill has to miss out on such an opportunity where he could क्या बोलते capitalize, but things happen, injuries happen. It's not in anyone's control that this happened, and hopefully we see him very very soon back in the second test for the pink ball test at least. उसमें I'm hoping that Shubman Gill is coming back soon. And देखो, let's see. Bonjour, Zipai, Fancy. I have no idea. If my friend was here, at least he would have been able to explain to you. I don't speak French, brother. I hope, I wish I did, but I don't. And if Mustafa is in the comments, I think he can communicate to you because I have no idea I don't know anything about French. Jaiswal number 1 बोल रहे, okay. You bought back pleasant memories of Harry Potter. Do you rewatch all Harry Potter movie whenever I am depressed or feel down? I take a day. Ah, man, I love Harry Potter. I watched it a lot of times. My favorite probably Goblet of Fire, where they have that cup. I think that's one of the best ones. Even a much more underrated one, like Prisoner of Azkaban as well. But yeah, I keep rewatching them as well. It's fantastic. A lot of people say the books are crazier. I'm pretty sure they are. I have all the books, but I've never read all of them. Again, I just don't like books that much. It still feels magical and takes me away from reality. I mean, yeah, it's because something that takes you back to your childhood, right? So I think, yeah. Second one is my favorite, Chamber of Secrets. Oh yeah, वो भी मौत रहता वो जो नल में एकदम से निकालते यार, too good रहता वो. That's like, अरे ये क्या है यार? And at those times you won't imagine these kind of things, right? And the game, I don't know if you guys played the games on PlayStation. Those were also good. Jaiswal, Ishwaran, Ruturaj, Kohli, Pant, Sarfaraz, Jadeja, Sundar, Reddy, Bumrah, Siraj, Akashdeep. Akashdeep can bat, Reddy can bat, Jadeja can bat, or Sundar, either of them. Not bad. That's good. I think that's good. That's crazy. Decent यही है, बट मेरे को लग रहा है केएल राहुल ओपन करेगा जायसवाल के साथ, और ऋतुराज की जगह शायद साई सुदर्शन या देवदत्त पडिक्कल रहेगा वहाँ पे, क्योंकि लेफ्ट हैंड राइट हैंड की चुल जो हमारे कोच साहब को है. और शायद आपका जडेजा या सुंदर. आई एम आल्सो इफी ऑन जडेजा, आई एम नॉट श्योर अबाउट दैट. तो मोर बाय, बट ओनली आई थिंक केएल राहुल स्टिल ओपन. गुड आफ्टरनून सर. हाय, फिर चले गए क्या लेट है. एनीवे, दैट फ्लाइंग कार, या मैन द फ्लाइंग कार, फेशियल एक्सप्रेशंस ऑफ रॉन, इनक्रेडिबल मूवी थी यार वो. सही में अच्छा याद दिलाया यार. बहुत टाइम, एक्चुअली काफ़ी टाइम हो गया मैं देख के पूरे. आई प्रॉब्ली स्टार्ट वाचिंग इट अगेन once I have certain time, but yeah, I mean Voldemort, man, क्या विलन है, बेहतरीन. उसकी जो उसको लाते मूवी में, एवरी मूवी अब आता, but then on Goblet of Fire, I think it was, yeah, Goblet of Fire में एंड में आता, फिर ऑर्डर ऑफ फीनिक्स में कंट्री रहता. He's saying speak Moroccan and Algerian and French. Oh my God, my guy knows his French, man. He remembers. He's saying speak Moroccan, Algerian, and French. I wish, brother. I think Mustafa, when he comes live, inshallah, he will speak Moroccan, Algerian, or French. French, I know he can speak can speak fair bit, but I don't know about Moroccan and Algerian or how different they are. Maybe if you speak Arabic, Mustafa, also we can communicate a bit in Arabic, but I don't know anything about French. First 30 minutes were pure gold in that movie. Yeah, man, crazy movies there, Harry Potter, and I'm pretty sure that. But yeah, wrapping it up again. Good news, Shami is back. Bowled 43 overs against Bengal, picked up 7 wickets in that game, and it's been good to see him. Bruno Fernandes bol raha no? Acha, Buenas tardes. Mustafa, do the translations, the please. I have no idea. But yeah, Shami bowled 43.2 overs, picked up 7 wickets, helping Bengal to beat Madhya Pradesh in the Ranchi match. Rohit Sharma ka baby ho chuka hai. Now we are just waiting for him if he's gonna come, which I feel unlikely that Rohit Sharma will make it. It doesn't look logical or it doesn't look possible most because it's like 6 days away, body and all of this. Like I just feel it's not. If he does, then it's incredible. Number 3, baddest news is Shubman Gill is out for the first test, fractured thumb, out for 2 weeks possibly. Yeah, KL Rahul, Easwaran. And number 4, possibility of Devdutt Padikkal and साई सुदर्शन टू स्टे बैक इन पर्थ. बाकी जो इंडिया एक ही स्क्वाड है चले जाएंगे. मुकेश कुमार और बाकी के ट्रैवलिंग रिजर्व भी ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ही रहेंगे. कल भी प्रैक्टिस है क्या? हाँ, और 3 दिन है बोले इब्राहिम भाई, शेन भाई. सो आई थिंक 3 और दिन रहेंगे. वॉकर्स वार्म अप गेम 3 दिन का रहने वाला. Ibrahim, it's 3 more days, right? I'm sorry, I keep asking you, but I think it's 3 more days if I'm not wrong. And yeah, 22nd, we wait for the eve of the test, and it's just going to be a fantastic time. अर्ली मॉर्निंग्स कॉफ़ी वॉफ़ी डाल लेके बैठ जाने का है. फोकस पूरा रहेगा कि भाई 4-0 हो जाए. 4-0 इफ इंडिया विन्स. रिमेंबर दैट दे विल बी नो लुकिंग एट अदर सीरीज. ओह सॉरी, 1 मोर डे है. ओके ब्रह्म, सॉरी, 1 मोर डे शिन भाई. यस, कल भी एक है. या सो 1 सेकेंड डे एक्चुअली कल 30 हो गया. संडे सो मंडे से ब्रेक है टेक्निकली. 4-0 if you win, then there is no looking at other people's stored and stuff. India qualified directly. If India win like a 2-0, then there is that result orientation will happen, determining on what will happen in South Africa, Sri Lanka. So that is going to be happening. But yeah, right now, first test, hopefully there are no injuries tomorrow. We will join you tomorrow. I mean, Pakistan losing to Australia the T20 series, winning the ODI series. That happened today. India ka Shubman Gill injured ho gaya. That happened today. Shami is returned to the squad, Bengal squad, picking up 7 wickets for 43 overs. That happened as well. Rohit Sharma is now free technically because he is baby delivered. Wrapping up all the news, hopefully saying good night to you guys, and unless there is another breaking news, we'll be back. But till then, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. Please hit the like button, subscribe button. देखते हैं किसकी न्यूज़ मिलती है. अरे भाई, अच्छा सोचो शेन भाई, रातों में से बात नहीं करते. बट या होपफुली कोई इंजरी नहीं आए, सब फिट हैं और ऐसा लगा कि भाई सब छक्के मार रहे हैं, सब शॉर्ट बॉल मौत खेल रहे हैं, सब ने कैचेस ली और सब hopefully confident जाएंगे BGT के फर्स्ट टेस्ट में. बट टिल देन, टेक केयर ऑफ एवरीबॉडी एंड गुड नाइट.